be distributed to children in need just in time for Christmas morning. There really is a Santa Claus, so please donate to the WAVY-TV 10 toy chest.
No credit, no problem. Bad credit, welcome. No one turned away. Everybody's saying it these days, but only Little Joe means it. If you have $300, you can drive away with the car you want in minutes. No other dealer can make credit decisions on the spot because at Little Joe's, we finance here. We've been repairing broken credit for over 23 years. So come to Little Joe's for the credit you need and the selection you want. Like Little Joe says, I'd give them away, but my wife won't let me.
Happy holidays from WAVY-TV 10.
This is the NFL on NBC for Week 14 with host Greg Gumbel and co-host Ahmad Rashad.
The best matchup of the week is in Oakland. The 10-2 Kansas City Chiefs look to clinch the AFC West with a win over the 8-4 Oakland Raiders. In Green Bay, the Packers haven't won a division title in 23 years. This could be the year. They take on the Bengals today at Lambeau Field. Brett Favre hurt his ankle 4 weeks ago. Since then, he's thrown 11 touchdown passes without an interception. In Pittsburgh, the Steelers are suddenly the AFC's hottest team. A win today over Houston clinches the AFC Central. The Steelers have won 5 straight, and with Greg Lloyd, they boast the NFL's #1 ranked defense. Hi, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Mike Ditka and Joe Gibbs. Ahmad joins us in just a moment. What does it mean when the football season hits the month of December?
It means the coaches on good football teams have worked hard all year. Now it gets easier because the players can see the end of the playoffs.
How about the ones on the bad football teams?
Well, those coaches got to watch out because December is going to be the difference in whether they keep or lose football jobs.
You guys aren't worried about anything, are you?
Well, I like our deal.
Week after week, we talk about the great rivalries around the NFL. It doesn't get much better than the Chiefs and the Raiders. Today at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, they meet for the first time in Oakland since 1981. Kansas City can clinch the AFC West title with a win today. And for a game report, we go to Jim Gray in Oakland.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning. Well, the Chiefs have dominated this series. They have won 5 in a row and 11 of their last 12 meetings. Now, Derrick Thomas, who is nursing a pulled groin, he was listed as questionable today. I spoke to Derrick a few minutes ago at his hotel room, and he tells me that he will be able to play. Such will not be the case for Jeff Hostetler. He is listed today as the emergency quarterback. Now, the Raiders did want Hostetler to be able to play, but he was unable during the week to fulfill the strength requirements in his bruised and battered left shoulder. He could not bench press 180 pounds. Therefore, Vince Evans will get the start once again today. The 40-year-old struggled last week. He had 4 turnovers in the game. Now, Evans will be backed up by Billy Joe Holbert. Now, Holbert has thrown 1 less pass and 1 less touchdown than Harvey Williams, who's thrown for 1 touchdown and 1 pass. So Billy Joe Holbert will be the backup quarterback today. The Raiders have struggled with turnovers the last couple of weeks. We spoke to Tim Brown about the Raiders' turnover situation.
When you have turnovers, we've had 7, 8 turnovers, I think, in the last 2 weeks alone. So you can't win games against the Cowboys. I don't care if you're playing the sisters or the poor. You can't win games if you're turning the ball over.
Now, the Chiefs come into today's game having not played for 10 days. Now, the Raiders just finished up playing on Monday night, so a definite advantage in preparation time for the Chiefs. Finally, if you'll recall the last game here in the Coliseum when the Raiders took on the Dallas Cowboys, the Raiders were slipping and sliding all over this field. Well, the Raiders have gotten to the Coliseum management. There was a tarp placed over the field, and there was to have been 2 high school football games played in here on Friday and Saturday nights. Well, the Raiders decided that that would not be good for the field, so they gave each of those schools' athletic departments $6,000, a total of $24,000 to not play and to play the games on Monday and Tuesday night. Greg, that's the story from here in Oakland.
All right, Jim, thank you. Despite Kansas City's recent dominance of the Raiders, this remains an intense rivalry. They didn't like each other in the old AFL, and today they still hate each other.
If you can't get up for it, you're in the wrong sport. We just hate them.
It's going to be very hot and heavy out there.
It goes without saying that the Raiders don't like anybody.
We've had a bad taste in our mouths the last several years. The fans in Oakland are maybe the type of fans that hate you, and they really mean that they hate you.
It's definitely personal for those 3 hours. It's real personal. The rivalry goes beyond players. It goes beyond
management, coaches, owners. I mean, I think if you talk to the receptionists, they would hate each other.
I'd be a blatant liar if I didn't tell you that it was just, you know, just a normal game.
It's very, very intense. I mean, you say things to people that you probably normally wouldn't say in other games and do things that you normally wouldn't do, but that's because you get so worked up over this game going into it and throughout the game that it just becomes a situation where you just you almost explode while you're out there.
When the game's going on, man, I mean, it's war.
One word. Blood.
All week long in practice, Coach Marty Schottenheimer is demanding perfection because it's Raider week. I think it's just hatred for the most part. Both teams want to dominate either team, so both teams just are out there to try and smash the other team throughout the whole day.
Going into this game, I have a very big dislike for almost every member of that squad.
Growing up, you hear all the silver and black about the Raiders, the tough guys, bad boys, or whatever. You just want to go out there and prove everybody wrong, you know, on national television, that the guy's not as bad as what you think. Or, you know, we got red and white here, too, and we, you know, just as bad as they are.
Picked off by Hasty. James Hasty with Hostetler back. Hasty going. He's in for the winning touchdown.
That's the toughest thing for us to break right now, is their confidence that they can beat us any day of the week because they think that we're going to lay down. And obviously, if you consider an interception on one play and somebody running it in for a touchdown laying down, then your mind is pretty narrow.
They probably feel like that we got away with a win for the most part in the last game here, but we're out to show that we can dominate this division, and to beat a team twice makes a very big statement for us.
Raiders and the Chiefs are a lot like the Hatfields and the McCoys coming together twice a year. And, Joe, there's a little extra in this rivalry.
You know what's different here, Greg, is that lots of times the words are always exchanged in heated rivalries, but here you've had coaches changing side and players changing side, which adds to this one.
The Chiefs come in with a lot of extra rest, and the Raiders have some problems today, too, Mike.
Well, the Raiders have a big problem. They made a big mistake a couple weeks ago when they played Hostetler against Dallas. He got hurt. He's not going to play in the football. What lifting 180 pounds has to do with throwing a football? If he can play, he should play today. This is the biggest game of the year for the Oakland Raiders. If they lose this, they're on their way down in a hurry.
All right, Mike, a reminder, you folks in New York, you will see the Chiefs and the Raiders at 4 o'clock. You're going to see Ahmad right now.
Shoot, Greg, all that rivalry talk got me all fired up here. I'm ready to go out and play, but seeing that I can't, and since I live here in New York, I guess I'll be seeing the Chiefs and the Raiders. Now, some of you will see the Pittsburgh Steelers try to wrap up the AFC Central against the Houston Oilers. Pittsburgh has won 5 straight after starting the year 3-4. Chris Collinsworth has a preview.
Ahmad, this is my first trip into Pittsburgh this year, and a lot has changed. First of all, the weather is downright balmy. Wearing the jacket just strictly for show, but the biggest change has been with this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. They are now actually throwing the football more than they're running it. Big reason why has been the play of Neil O'Donnell, just named Player of the Month. And Cordell Stewart has become quite a weapon for the Pittsburgh Steelers, playing running back, quarterback, wide receiver, all sorts of different things. This Steeler offense has become one of the most creative, innovative, and yes, exciting offenses in all of the National Football League. A lot of strange things here, Ahmad.
All right, thanks, Chris. Here's a team, Joe. Pittsburgh, not long ago, a month or so ago, they counted them out.
Well, I think there's no strange coincidence here. At the time Neil O'Donnell comes back, gets healthy and starts playing great, these guys have reeled off 5 straight wins. He doesn't turn the ball over, 10 TDs and only 3 interceptions. He's a perfect match for this team at quarterback.
What about Houston, Mike?
Well, you know, Houston's had a hard season, but let me say this. I think Jeff Fisher's done an outstanding job. I think he's got the things going in the right direction. They play good defense now. Chandler's proven he can play that quarterback position. They got a good running back in Rod Thomas. There's a lot of good things happening. They got to be careful. Pittsburgh's got to be careful with this football team today.
All right, another of our early games has the Indianapolis Colts visiting Carolina to play the Panthers. The Colts are looking for their first playoff berth in 8 years, and right now they're holding down the 5th spot in the AFC. And one big reason continues to be the play of Jim Harbaugh, the top-rated quarterback in the NFL. Who would ever thought I'd be saying that? Here's a guy that was on the waiver wire.
I know it all the time. It had to happen. I think what's great about this guy right now is the leadership he's brought to that football team. Those players believe in him. And you know what Joe said the other week might be true. This guy might be the MVP in the AFC. I mean, really, he's doing a good job for his ball club.
And the whole team's turned around. The defense playing well.
They have. I think he means more to that team than probably any other player in the league. And, you know, we kind of said it here. He was our pick. Player of the year halfway through the season.
All right, up next, Mike Ditka talks with the guy who just might be having the best season of any quarterback in the NFL, Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers.
There's nothing like a good bacon cheeseburger. But no matter how much you dress it up, dress it down, or disguise it, it's still a bacon cheeseburger. Unless it's a bacon cheeseburger burrito from Taco Bell. Introducing 3 classic bacon tastes loaded with bacon. The bacon cheeseburger burrito, the BLT soft taco, and the chicken club burrito. The Taco Bell sizzling bacon menu starting at 99 cents. One thing people can't disguise is how much they love them.
Oh, not now. It's 1 in the morning. My brain's fried. Just give me your CD drive. Give it a rest, will ya?
The compact LTE 5000. Has it changed your life yet? What's amazing about technology?
I think you could run to the store for me.
At GTE, we think it's how it can make your life easier. Like Telego service.
Ice cream?
The world's first cordless phone you can take just about anywhere.
Your pocket's ringing.
Even an all-night grocery store in Tampa, which David King finds pretty amazing.
Do you have any sauerkraut?
Why? Because he won't have to make another trip to the store tonight. Amazing.
You know, sometimes being known as a parts expert can be mighty big shoes to fill. Of course, this time of year, I got some mighty big stockings to fill, too.
Come fill your stockings at Napa's Holiday Gift Sale, where you'll find great items at low prices, like these Chilton repair manuals, just $15.99, and a Napa starter charger for only $39.99 after mail-in rebate. While you're here, apply for the Napa card, the new convenient way to pay at Napa.
America running. Okay, Dad, I can take it from here. Can I use the computer now? Got it, Dad. Okay, Dad. I can handle it, Dad. Okay, son. Earth to Dad. Dad, no.
The compact Presario. Has it changed your life yet?
Discover the feeling of Fixodent Fresh. A stronger, longer hold. A more secure, fresh approach to wearing dentures. And the fresh sensation gives you the confidence to live life without limits. Try a fresh approach.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Compact Computer Corporation. By Pringles, so fresh, once you pop, you can't stop. And by Energizer Batteries, still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
No team in football may be more fun to watch these days than the Green Bay Packers, who host the Bengals this afternoon. The Packers have been piling up points, and lately they've been piling up victories, too. Bob Trumpy has a report from the hallowed ground of Lambeau Field. Hello, Trump.
Greg, how are you? Yeah, the big story here in Green Bay is the kid they call country, Brett Favre. Over the last 28 games as a Green Bay Packer, he's thrown 61 touchdown passes. The downside is, over the last couple of years, he's only thrown it to Sterling Sharp, and why not? One of the best receivers ever. Look at his numbers from previous seasons. But what has happened in 1995 is Brett Favre is now spreading the ball around, so this offense is a lot more potent. The other big story here in Green Bay, Greg, on Thursday, the Green Bay Packers souvenir shop had its biggest day ever. Some guy named Ditka came in, emptied the shelves, walked out with bags of Green Bay merchandise. So, Ahmad, I almost hate to do this, but I think I know what you're getting for Christmas, pal.
That only means that my wishes come true. Now, the last time the Packers played the Bengals was September of 1992. The Packers starting quarterback was Don Magic Man Mikowski, but he got hurt that day, and so began the Brett Favre era in Green Bay. Mike Ditka spoke with the Packers quarterback.
Here, Brett Favre, you want a challenge? Try this one. 1:07 left. Ball is at the 8-yard line.
I'd never played in a game like that before, so I was nervous.
From the 35, 19 seconds left. Ball punched through. Touchdown!
We pulled it out, made some big plays at the end, and kind of changed, I think, all of our lives since then.
Let me ask you about LAS, Life After Sharp. You know, a lot of people said that the Packers wouldn't be a good football team without Sterling Sharp. I contended they would be, and I think he's a great football player.
Sterling is a great player, but as you said, as I said, only a few of us felt that way, that we were going to be better without him. And now we're more of a close-knit group, a better chemistry team, and everyone's making plays.
Looks back to the left, comes up over the middle, touchdown Brooks. You'll never see a quarterback that can do that move.
You know, I watched the game up in Minnesota where you hurt your ankle, and I really thought you were going to be out for a long period of time.
Brett is down on the ground, and he's hurting badly.
You came back, you played the next week. You're the old school. I mean, do you consider yourself a tough guy?
I do, and I take a little pride in it. Even though I was hurt, I felt like I could play, and I mean, unless it's broken. And I think your guys around you say, hey, if he can do it, we can do it.
Brett, can you go, baby? Yeah. Let's do this, Brett. Give me here. Let me kiss it. It's all right now.
It's not 100%. Everyone wants to think so. But I did. I tore a ligament in the ankle, and there's a knot there that I'll probably have to get scoped at the end of the year. But, you know, as long as we're winning, I'm playing well, I can deal with it.
You're a legend in Kill, Mississippi. You know, you're probably bigger in the state of Mississippi than anything but Gumbo, I guess so, you know. But I know they retired your high school jersey. They retired your college jersey. Do you think that playing in Green Bay is holding you back from national prominence?
I think until we win here, it will. But I think I stack up with the best of them. I really do.
You know, we talk about MVPs in the league. People talk about Young, Aikman, you know, Emmett. Is Brett Favre an MVP?
If you look at the MVP and what that means, then I think I have a shot.
He might be the hottest quarterback playing right now.
Brett, man, you can't say enough about it, guy.
Well, you know, I know you're a big celebrity everywhere you go, but I think that thing that happened to you last week's kind of unusual. The official comes up before the game and gets some bubblegum cards signed.
Yeah.
And he didn't give you any good calls either.
Well, I said, give me a couple. If I give you a couple autographs, you give me a couple of good calls. But turns out it was totally opposite. I wanted my autographs back by the third quarter.
Listen, we're all done with the interview. I don't want to ask you one favor. Would you mind signing these for me for my grandkids?
I don't mind if you say a couple of nice things about me on Sunday.
That's easy to do, partner.
Okay, Coach, thanks.
Brett Favre playing along with Mike Ditka. Actually, that official, Jerry Bergman, was fined an undisclosed amount by the league, but let's get back to Favre. Having a great year, but can he bring his team to the next level where they can compete with San Francisco and Dallas?
Ahmad, I really think he can on offense. I think their offense is good enough to compete with them. I think the big thing for them is to get their defense consistent. The other thing they have to do to beat Dallas and San Francisco, they've got to get home field advantage, and that's going to be tough.
You know what impresses me, Joe, is that he answers that all-important question as a pro, can you go? He's always been available.
Well, Ahmad, everybody pictures the quarterback position in the NFL as being pretty guys, glamour position, great arms. Hey, I had Dan Fouts, and believe me, his arm, the ball went like this. It was ugly. But I'm going to tell you, he was tough. This guy's tough and makes him a great leader. By the way, are they going to find, we're going to find Ditka?
I don't think, but do you agree with Mike? Can he take him to the next level?
I think they would have to have home field advantage, Ahmad, and it doesn't look like they're going to get it.
All right, Brett Favre leads the NFC with his 28 touchdown passes. Today, his opposite number, Jeff Blake of the Bengals, leads the AFC with 24. We're back with Will McDonough in just a moment.
You, son, are playing with the gods. And when you're out there, breathing in the hot, stinky breath of the gods. And still, what in the sandhill am I doing here? You are ready.
What are the odds of the sharper image, Continental Airlines Grand Destinations, Royal Caribbean Cruises, and FTD all having a sale at exactly the same time? Actually, they're quite good. Presenting master values from MasterCard. Immediate savings of 10 to 40% at places all over right now. Exclusively for people who use MasterCard.
Say, friend.
If your printer isn't living up to your ideas, maybe you should get an Epson. For as little as $3.49, it's photo quality color that can make you and your ideas look really good. You've got to see it in Epson color.
It's 96 Celebration Week at your Southeastern Virginia GMC truck dealers. We're celebrating the arrival of the new 1996 GMC Truck Force. New Jimmys, full-size Sierras, compact Sonomas, versatile Safaris, all at celebration introductory prices. And that means big celebration values, incredible celebration excitement. Drive away in the GMC truck of your choice during the 96 Celebration Week at your Southeastern Virginia GMC truck dealer. These are trucks for life.
Welcome back. Let's update some key injuries. Emmitt Smith will start today for the Cowboys against the Redskins, despite the sprained knee suffered on Thanksgiving. Eagles running back Charlie Garner did not make the trip to Seattle after a pin was inserted in his broken thumb. The Bills' Andre Reed will miss his 8th straight game tonight against the Niners with a pulled hamstring, but he will return next week against St. Louis. And Natron Means of the Chargers will likely sit out against Cleveland with a groin injury that has sidelined him for 4 weeks. Greg?
All right, Ahmad, time for Will McDonough's weekly news and notes, and Will joins us from Foxborough. Will.
Greg, thanks very much. It looks like there's more bad news for the National Football League. There will be no new labor deal this year. For the past few months, the owners and players have been meeting, trying to extend the contract. They had high hopes a month ago, but now I'm told, because of the salary cap and the way it's gone the last couple of years, the owners do not want to go along. They say we want limited bonus and we want a hard cap. The players say, no, we don't want to give back what we have. Let's move on to Trent Dilfer, the quarterback in Tampa Bay, who's having his struggles this year. Keep your fingers crossed for him today. In the last 8 games, he has not thrown a touchdown pass. In fact, he has thrown something like 238 straight passes without a touchdown. In my research, this is an all-time record in the National Football League. The last time anyone came close was way back in 1960 when Jim Nanowski, the Detroit Lions, opened the season with 158 straight before he threw a touchdown pass. Now let's look at Cleveland again, becoming even crazier. This past week, a judge in Cleveland issued a temporary restraining order against the Browns. Say, in his opinion, it looks as though they'll have to play there in the next 3 years. This will go to trial again in Cleveland. People think it will be upheld. Then what would you have? Well, if people come to the game like they are right now, 30 or 40,000 compared to 60,000 in the past, Art Modell is prepared to cut everything way back. In fact, he'll probably have to get rid of his high-priced players, have a minimum salary scale next year for his entire team. And let's take Bill Belichick. He has a couple of years left in his contract. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't get rid of Belichick because he'd have to pay him off. What you will then have is a terrible situation like you had in baseball with the San Diego Padres and the Montreal Expos had to sell off their great players to make ends meet. That's what will happen in Cleveland if they are forced to stay there. It's a no-win situation for everybody. Greg?
All right, Will, thanks very much. That dream move by Art Modell suddenly turns into a nightmare. Joe, you have to wonder, did Art Modell look at every single possibility before he leaped?
Well, it certainly doesn't look like it, Greg. I got to tell you, if he's miscalculated, it looks like he might have. Think about this. I feel sorry for everybody. He may never be able to see another game or be willing to go to that stadium again in Cleveland. I'll tell you, that could be a real mistake, and I feel terribly sorry for the players and for the coaches. This team was 4-4 when all this mess started. They've lost 4 straight downhill.
Yeah, there's no question it's affected these guys down on the play.
Well, there's no question. It's an attitude of, like, uncertainty. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It has to affect the players. It does affect the coaches, no matter what they say. It certainly affects the fans. It affects Modell. It bothers me. Next.
You know, Mike, in retrospect, it may have been the best thing that he could do just to sell the team and get out of the business.
Well, I think that's going to have to happen. I mean, I don't know how he's going to survive it any other way. Like Joe said, he can't go to a football game there. And the people there, although they want the Browns there, right now they don't want him owning the Browns, so they won't come out and see him.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we mentioned you feel sorry for the coaches and the players. They're the fans who supported that thing, you know, as we all know, through hell and high water.
Well, there were certain things I thought were always going to be there in the NFL. It's one of the things, the rivalry, the tradition, and one of them, I got to tell you, was Art Modell, the Cleveland Browns, in Cleveland. I really do feel sorry for the fans, and I think that's something that's kind of struck at everybody's heart and tradition.
Yeah, soap opera is still waiting to be played out. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Hey, get poppin'. This is a taste you can't resist. I say put a can in every hand. Do the Pringles twist like this. Pop a top, well, keep it fresh. Slip it in. Grab a stack of your favorite snack. Let the fun begin.
Stopping once you're popping.
Hey, wake up! Don't get caught holding that bag. Hey, that's no party. Greasy pieces are a drag.
Stopping once you're popping.
Once you're popping, you can't stop.
The Workmate Shop Box has storage space inside and a unique clamping top on the outside, so it's an easier way to set up shop. The Workmate Shop Box from Black & Decker. It's how things get done.
Bring me. I shall grant thee 3 wishes.
One's enormous wealth. I want to be adored by women.
You have one final wish. Use it wisely.
Long life.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and...
Imagine a satellite system that receives transmissions from 22,000 miles in space. Imagine if it turned digital signals into vivid pictures and CD-quality sound. What would it look like? How big would it be? Oh, about 18 inches. The RCA Digital Satellite System. Customized programming and the power of digital technology. Now in a convenient take-home size.
True perfectionists never cut corners. However, they will, on occasion, have to sand them. Introducing the VersaPack Cordless Detail Sander from Black & Decker. It's how things get done.
Yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant. But it does. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. Now you got proof. Guaranteed.
The Pick of the Week is brought to you by American Honda, who invites you to test drive the all-new Civic. Surprise! Everyone except Joe Gibbs was a winner last week, so the lead is down to 3 games. We'll have this week's picks right after this message from Honda.
More luxury, more style, more fun. If you're waiting for your ship to come in, maybe it isn't a ship. Introducing the new Civic Coupe from Honda. Bon voyage.
Being honest about everything, we do love to gloat when Joe Gibbs loses around here. This week, Joe likes the Lions over the Bears. Will McDonough guarantees he'll keep pace with the leader. Mike thinks the Chiefs will beat the Raiders and clinch the AFC West. Ahmad takes Philly over Seattle. And both Joe Montana and I like the Colts over the Panthers. How do you feel after a week when you lose, Joe, because it's so rare?
I tell you what, well, not very good. I tell you, I don't like the way Mike laughs. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, you talk about coaching and playing in December, I better start picking in December.
Yeah. You're going to fall apart because the team that has the ball last on Monday night's going to win that game. They can't stop anybody.
We will see you at halftime with scores and highlights and a visit with the Chiefs. Marcus Allen, the NFL on NBC continues after these words from your local station.
Tonight, from the unexplained to the unimaginable, deadly curses, gigantic sea monsters, people who burst into flames, extremely weird. 7/6 Central NBC tonight.
Now there are 1,000 reasons to drive a Ford Windstar. For a limited time, get $1,000 toward a lease of a new 96 Windstar. That's $1,000 you can apply to your down payment. Or get $500 cash back when you buy one. Ford Windstar with dual airbags, four-wheel anti-lock brakes, and front-wheel drive. And now $1,000 cash back direct from Ford toward a lease. Or $500 cash back from Ford toward a purchase. Take your choice. Now's the best time to get yourself into a Ford Windstar. Any more questions? See your local Ford dealer.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 12, the hand. A remarkable part of every Advance Auto Parts salesperson, the hand can grasp any automotive situation.
My car goes...
Instantly, the hand tests the electrical system, removes the dead battery, and with free installation, puts in a new Autocraft battery. All you have to do is shake part number 12. Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Come on. Are you the one? Of course not. I feel lucky.
There's a Hammacher Schlemmer mini catalog with special savings inside every holiday 12-pack of Michelob.
The sexy new TV star who's giving Pamela Lee some curvy competition on ET.